What's up, YouTube? This is Eddie Berrios from the Bronx. Oh, I got another one. Of course. Another fake Bruce Lee story. There's just so many of them. There's so many of them. So I woke up this morning, got up pretty early, got on YouTube, checked out a couple of videos, saw a couple of comments. One specifically caught my eye. Some guy called the gamer. He's telling this story about Bolo Chen and Bruce Lee fighting on the movie set of Enter the Dragon. Supposedly, Bolo Chen challenged Bruce Lee to a fight, and Bruce Lee beat the 240-pound man down with a punch to the chest and put him down on his knees with one punch. This is what the gamer said he read somewhere. You know, these guys get these stories from other delusional Bruce Lee fans and they post them like it's fact. And then at the end of his whole comment, he questions himself. He says, well, if this story is true, who's to say Bruce Lee cannot beat men that were 240 pounds plus? It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Do you even? Oh, and Jackie Chan confirmed the story. God, these guys are funny. Mr. Gamer, the gamer, I can't remember the rest of his handle. Bolo Chen and Bruce Lee never fought. That story of Bruce Lee fighting on the set came from Bolo Chen. Bolo was telling the story of a movie extra that challenged Bruce Lee to a fight, and Bruce Lee beat the guy. Wasn't a fighter, was an actor. Matter of fact, was an extra, a background guy. Challenged Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee beat him up. Wasn't Bolo Chen. Why do you guys continue to do this? Why do you twist these stories? What do you think? It makes it sound more, makes Bruce Lee look more invincible that he knocked down a 240-pound guy? Jackie Chan, a lot of people don't know, Jackie Chan was in that movie. He played an extra villain. You have to really watch the movie to notice that it was Jackie Chan. I never noticed it, but I caught it. I caught it yesterday. I looked real good, and Jackie Chan's there. Not for very long, but he's in there. So Jackie Chan confirmed the story with Bolo Chen. But it wasn't Bolo who fought Bruce Lee. It was a movie extra, and they both confirmed the story, which came from Bolo Chen. The gamer, it wasn't Bolo Chen that fought Bruce Lee and Bruce Lee knocked him down with a punch. Come on. Bruce Lee was like 130 pounds wet. Bolo Chen is a 240-pound actual wrestler. Jesus, the delusion is deep with you guys. So yes, so that's the real story, people. It's just like every story you guys get your hands on about Bruce Lee, you seem to twist it just to make him invincible in some way. When everybody knows this dude didn't fight anybody. Bruce Lee hasn't fought anybody. He beat a couple of movie set guys. Okay, fine. He was a great demonstrator, and you know, Bruce Lee was a kung fu practitioner, is what he was. He wasn't a fighter. He was I'm not saying he couldn't fight. Again, I'm not saying he couldn't fight. I'm just saying his skills were not what you guys are making it out to be. He's fought no one to prove that he was even up there with the top guys ever. And then so the gamer story has a couple of follow the leader guys. So one guy says he saw footage of Bolo and Bruce Lee sparring, and he knows that Bruce Lee, that tell him the story was true. Dude, there's no footage of Bruce Lee and Bolo Chen sparring. The footage you saw is Bruce Lee and Bolo Chen practicing for their movie fight scene. Like I said, you guys twist everything. You take that movie fight scene practice and you make it look like you say, oh, they were sparring and Bruce Lee won. You guys don't give up. You guys don't give up. Like I said, you guys cannot find real credible shit about Bruce Lee, so you just make it up. Bruce Lee was a great teacher, decent actor, and a fight enthusiast. He was. I'm sorry. It's just every time I turn on comments, about Bruce Lee on YouTube or anything like that, I just see the most ridiculous shit on there, and it just makes me laugh. That these guys, and most of them question their own like rhetoric. Well, if this is true, then this. If this is true, you wrote a whole big article like it was true, and then at the end you say if this was true. You don't even believe the bullshit that you're writing. And then one says, oh, yeah, I heard the story from a credible source. Oh, my God. Wow. Yeah, I just had to cover that. So, again, for you Bruce Lee delusional fans who read these kind of things and go, oh, yeah. And, what's crazy is most of the people that delusional fans claim that Bruce Lee has fought and beat or taught, it's like 99% bullshit. you know? It's 99% bullshit. Bruce Lee taught Chuck Norris and Joe Louis and all the. No, he didn't. They met, they hung out, but Bruce Lee was never their teacher. Joe Louis and Bruce Lee were fucking mega champions before Bruce Lee even came to this country. He taught them. Come on. You kidding me? Anyway, this is Eddie Berrios from the Bronx. Peace.